Urgent, a famous musician just released a song about you. Listen before midnight. Archangel Michael says, do not scroll past this. I am placing my hand upon your shoulder now, steady and warm, and I am asking you to breathe. There is a reason your heart is fluttering. There is a reason your skin tingles as your eyes find these words. Heaven has interrupted your timeline because something rare and holy is happening around you tonight. A famous musician, yes, a name you know, a voice you have heard in cars, kitchens, and quiet midnights, has released a song, and though the world thinks it is for everyone, heaven knows it carries your signature. This is your signal fire. This is the letter you were supposed to receive. This is the doorway you're meant to walk through before the clock folds into midnight. Listen to me, beloved soul. I fight for you. I defend you. I have been assigned to you since the day heaven chose you to carry a light that would not be allowed to go out. Some have tried to dim you, distract you, delay you. Some have fed your fear with quiet lies. But the one who sent me has not changed his mind about you. Tonight, in a way that feels ordinary to others and unmistakable to you, he is speaking through melody and word, through a voice you recognize, through a rhythm that will find the pulse beneath your ribs and tap it awake. You wonder, how can a song be about me? Hear this. Heaven hides messages in plain sight so that the proud miss them and the humble find them. The first phrase that catches your ear will carry a detail that knocks gently at your memory, perhaps a street you once lived on, the color of a childhood bicycle, a month that matters for reasons you've never told anyone, a nickname that no one uses anymore but God remembers. The bridge will speak of a doorway or a key or a letter that never arrived, and your chest will tighten, because you've been waiting for a letter, a key, a door. The outro will carry an almost whisper, something like a sigh at the edge of the singer's breath, and though the world hears it as style, you will feel it as a hand on your back saying, "Forward now. Forward." The world is noisy. Algorithms bark. News cycles bite. Opinions flood like sudden rain. But heaven moves differently. Heaven leans in quietly and lets the humble hear. Tonight is one of those nights. There is a window, a narrow gate marked by time, and midnight is the hinge. Before the day turns, you are to step through, because on the other side of this hour is a sequence of events you have prayed for without knowing how to ask. Let me tell you why this carries urgency. Music is the language that slips past the armored thoughts and speaks straight to the place inside you where decisions are born. For years, you have thought your delay was laziness, or fear, or lack of courage. But it was not laziness, it was a net. It was not simple fear, it was a story someone else wrote over your name. It was not a lack of courage, it was a hand you did not see pushing your chin downward when heaven wanted your head lifted. Tonight, the song is a knife that cuts the net. It is a fresh page that overrides the false story. It is a gentle hand under your chin, lifting your eyes, telling you, you are still chosen. You are still on time. You want signs? I will give you signs, not to turn your faith into a game of chance but to help your heart stop doubting its own ears. When you play the song, alone, if possible, with your phone on, do not disturb, the lights soft, your hand resting over your heart, watch for these threads. There will be a line that mentions a color that matters to you. That color will appear again within an hour, on a passing truck, in a notification bubble, in the clothes of a stranger, or in the packaging of the first thing you touch after the music stops. This is heaven's echo seal, a whisper that says, yes, you heard right. There will be a rhythm change, an extra beat, a pause that feels like a held breath, a chord that lingers half a moment longer than expected. In that tiny delay, you will feel a memory press forward. Do not push it away. That memory is the door. Remember what it wants you to carry forward and what it asks you to lay down. There will be a word that repeats, maybe home, maybe letter, maybe river, maybe gold. Let it repeat. Let it knock. The word that repeats is the theme of your next 30 days. Write it down after you listen. You will feel a pull to share the song immediately. Resist, for 1 hour. Keep this flame cupped in your hands until it warms you through. The first fruit of a message is for the one who receives it. The sharing will come later, naturally, guided, not out of anxiety, but out of overflow. Now, why you? Because you asked. Not with perfect language or polished prayers, but with the long exhale when you thought no one was watching. With the quiet, help me, that you tucked into the space between chores. With the held-back tears in aisles and bathrooms and parking lots. With your decision to be kind even when you felt unseen. Heaven heard you. I heard you. And now, heaven is answering in a way that fits you, not a megaphone on a mountaintop but a voice in your earbuds, a melody in your room, a lyric that slides past your guard and lights a candle where the wind once got in. I see the questions turning in you. Who is the musician? Is this literal or symbolic? Must I guess? Listen, the point is not the celebrity. The point is the delivery. The messenger was chosen because their voice meets you at the intersection of memory and trust. Whether you learned to cook with their songs playing in the background, whether you cried to an old album when you needed release, whether you smiled in your car on a Wednesday because a chorus knew your secret, heaven knows which tones thread your heart. This is why the voice matters. This is why the timing matters. This is why midnight matters. Tonight is a hinge night, and the world will still turn without you noticing, but your story will not. Let me speak plainly about what happens when you listen. There will be 3 inner movements, like 3 doors opening one after the other. First, release. As the first verse unfolds, you will feel a tightness in your chest loosen. You may yawn or sigh. That is not boredom, that is untying. Heaven takes the first knot off your spirit quietly, because much of your tension has been borrowed from other people's storms. This is where you allow the old accusations to fall, the voice that says you are too late, the voice that says you always mess things up, the voice that says your good days are behind you. None of those are heaven's voice. Let them slide away with the first chorus. Second, reclaim. As the bridge rises, an image will come to you, perhaps a mailbox, perhaps a doorknob, perhaps a handshake. Your spirit will know it. That image is your symbol. You lost something there. Maybe it was confidence at a workplace where you were overlooked. Maybe it was peace in a home where you felt you had to shrink to fit. Maybe it was trust after somebody smiled and lied. The image marks the point on your map where the enemy thought he won. The bridge is your declaration that heaven is repossessing what was stolen. Speak it under your breath, I reclaim what I lost here. You do not need to list everything. Heaven knows the inventory. You simply sign for the delivery. Third, rebuild. As the outro descends like evening light, your mind will tug toward a small, practical step. It will be embarrassingly simple compared to the weight of your prayers. This is the signature of heaven. The God who parts seas also asks for small obediences. You will be nudged to write an email, or rename a folder, or put a single bill into a separate envelope, or reach for water instead of the thing that numbs you, or set an alarm for a new morning time. Do not despise the small step. It is a seed, and seeds crack stone. You have wondered if you are cursed. You are not cursed, you are called. You have wondered if you are unlucky. You are not unlucky, you are in training. You have wondered if your tenderness is a weakness. Your tenderness is a weapon that refuses to wound in the way you were wounded. The world calls this naivete, heaven calls this resemblance. You resemble the one who sent me. And still, heaven does not ask you to be naive about those who profited from your softness. Justice is braided into this song. Hidden in a line that sounds like a gentle confession will be a code for you, a day of the week, a place, and a first initial. When you hear it, you'll know who to release, what to cancel, and where not to return. No drama is required. No declarations are necessary. Heaven is not asking you to announce your boundaries to those who trampled them. Heaven is asking you to live them quietly, powerfully, consistently, like a river that carves a canyon by simply continuing to be a river. Now I must speak of something delicate yet essential, provision. You have been faithful with little. You have stretched coins like bread. You have learned to make do, to wait, to smile anyway. But heaven has not designed your life to be a museum of lack. There is provision aligned to your name that has been stuck behind a dam of delay, and your obedience tonight is not a fee to purchase heaven's help, but a key that opens a sluice. As you listen, 3 phrases will press on you: truth, time, title. Truth, the simple truth you will speak to someone who needs your clear no or your honest yes. Time, the hour you will commit as yours, daily or weekly, to build the thing heaven seated in you. Title, the way you will begin to call yourself so your life can catch up: writer, founder, caregiver, healer, builder, reconciler, teacher, artist, peacemaker, restorer. Choose your title tonight. Write it where you can see it. Let the song sign it over you again and again until your habits match your name. Do not fear the ones who mocked your hope. You will not need to persuade them. Let them remain comedies in their own theater. Let them be loud. Heaven is gentle and inevitable, and your life will answer louder than your voice ever could. A year from now, your rooms will hold laughter that startles you. A table will be set where there used to be empty chairs. Papers that shamed you will become papers that bless you. The envelope you dread will give way to the envelope you celebrate. And you will trace it back to a night when you turned off the world and turned up a song, and you listened as if your life depended on it, because something in you knew, my life depends on listening to the right voice. I will give you a simple way to do this. When you press play, do it with intention. Whisper your true name, the one you prefer, the one that fits you. Tell heaven, I am here. Place your hand on your heart and breathe into a count that feels kind, perhaps 4, and out to a count that feels kinder, perhaps 6. Repeat until the room settles inside your ribs. Say, speak, and I will listen. Then let the music do its work. When your mind wanders, do not scold it. Invite it back with curiosity. Ask, what are you trying to protect? Let the lyric answer. If tears come, let them. They are not weakness, they are intelligence leaving the body. If laughter rises, trust it, it is strength entering by the front door. When the song ends, do not move for 10 heartbeats. Let the echo land. Then write the first sentence that comes to you, even if it sounds ordinary. Especially if it sounds ordinary. Heaven moves through ordinary sentences that become extraordinary roads. After you write, take one action that takes 2 minutes or less in the direction of your reclaim. If there is nothing obvious, fill a glass of water and drink the whole thing as a sign of welcome to life. Life has been standing at your door, knocking softly. Let it in. There is someone you will think of during the second chorus. It may be someone you love, someone you once loved, or someone who complicated love. Do not rush to contact them. Instead, ask heaven, what is mine to do? If the answer is peace, sit with peace and let it wash the story. If the answer is release, do not argue. If the answer is, wait 3 days, trust the timing. Heaven does not dangle hearts, heaven shepherds them. You are not being teased. You are being trained to recognize the difference between impulse and instruction. You will be tempted to hunt for the right track, to scroll forever, to let the search steal the listening. Resist. The song will find you. The algorithm itself will misbehave in your favor. An upload that should not appear will appear, a recommendation will break its usual pattern, or a title you normally would skip will glow strangely in your feed. Follow the tug. Heaven's path is not always the obvious one, it is the living one. I see your weariness. You are tired of big promises and small follow-throughs. You are tired of hype disguised as hope. You are tired of feeling like the spiritual life is a game you do not know the rules for. Let me rewrite this for you. The spiritual life is not a game. It is a friendship. It is a voice you come to recognize the way you recognize the steps of someone you love approaching your door. Tonight the voice comes wrapped in melody. Tomorrow it might come wrapped in sunlight on your floorboards, or steam on your mirror, or a child's question, or a stranger's kindness. Everything can be a mouth for heaven if you expect heaven to speak. The trick is not to be mystical, the trick is to be available. As you listen, you will feel a battle begin, a quiet one. Old shame will try to interrupt. You will hear it scold, "You're being silly." You will hear it hiss, "Nothing ever changes." You will hear it bargain, "Fine, but if nothing happens by morning, then it's proof you're on your own." Do not make deals with despair. The result is not the proof. The decision is the proof. You are proving something simply by choosing to meet heaven in the place you actually are, with the life you actually have, in the body you actually live in. Heaven loves reality because reality is where miracles land. There is also a practical gift hidden in this moment. Pay attention to the small administrative nudge that comes as the last chorus fades. You might be reminded to check an account you've avoided, to open an email that feels heavy, to scan a document, to place your name on a list, to unsubscribe from something that drains you, to set up a password reset, to copy a number into a safe place, to take a photo of a paper so it does not get lost. These small obediences open large gates because they demonstrate trust. Heaven is ready to trust you with more, not as a test to pass, but as a partnership to walk in. This is what it means to mature. You carry light so well that light creates more space for you to carry. If you fear missing midnight, hear me, it is not about superstition. It is about intention. Before midnight, you choose to meet heaven instead of deferring heaven again. You choose to prioritize your soul over the scroll. You choose to agree with the whisper instead of the noise. You cross the threshold so that the new day finds you already inside the new room. There will be other doors in other seasons, yes, but this one opens to a hallway with lights already on. I want you to walk in with confidence and claim the seat with your name on it. There is work to do, joy to feel, rest to receive, and stories to tell in a tone your friends have never heard from you, steady, bright, free. When the world asks you, "Why are you glowing?" you will shrug and say something simple, like "I listened last night." And that will be enough. Because the ones meant to understand will feel the invitation in your words, and the ones who are not ready will forget to argue. The light in your face will do its quiet work. You will irrigate deserts without trying. This is how the kingdom comes, not with spectacle that burns out, but with embers that keep houses warm through winter. Before I leave you to your listening, let me bless your room. May the sound that reaches you be clear. May interference fall away. May the voice of accusation be silenced, the voice of comparison be unplugged, the voice of fatigue be soothed like a child finally asleep. May the memory that needs healing rise gently, and may the answer come without strain. May your body feel safe in your own presence. May your shoulders drop. May your jaw unclench. May your spine remember that dignity is your default. May your hands remember that they were made to build, to bless, to carry. May your eyes remember that they were made to see beyond the immediate storm to the shore on the other side. After you listen, place something small by your door, a note, a feather, a ribbon, a coin. Let it mark the moment. Tomorrow, when you pass it, say aloud, "I crossed over." This is not for magic. This is for memory. Your life is changing not because you found a shortcut but because you chose a voice. Keep choosing it. Keep choosing it when the day is noisy. Keep choosing it when you are tempted to prove yourself to those who never learned how to see you. Keep choosing it when your joy scares you because you think sorrow is safer. Joy is not a trap, it is a home. You are allowed to live there. And when the song has become part of you, share it, but not with the caption of anxiety, not with the energy of listen or else, not with the undertone of grasping for validation. Share it like bread at a table you set with care. Invite those who sit with you to listen for themselves. Some will feel what you felt. Some will not. That is not your burden to carry. Your task is to stay faithful to what you heard and to keep building the life that blossomed from it. I am with you as you press play. I stand at your doorway and guard what enters. I scatter what would steal. I draw near so that your ears hear more than sound, they hear assignment, reassurance, courage. The one who sent me delights to speak to you in languages you love. Music is one of the oldest. Tonight, it is also the newest. You will look back and say, "That was the evening the story turned." And you will be right. Go now. Close the door. Turn down the lights. Place your hand on your heart. Let the first note find you. You are not late. You are not disqualified. You are not forgotten. You are not broken beyond repair. You are precisely where heaven has chosen to meet you. Let the song name you. Let it call you forward. Let it gather the pieces the wind scattered and return them to you, whole, shining, ready. I will be here when the last note fades, standing at the threshold of your new room, smiling as you step in.